Hello everyone, I'm in the chapel of Pembroke College, Cambridge. Pembroke is where Charles Freer Andrews, or Charlie Andrews, studied sometime around 1895. In 1904, he joined St. Stephen's College, Delhi. People associated with St. Stephen's will know of him through Andrews Court, the square in front of the main building. Across North India, Andrews is known by the epithet Dinobandhu, the friend of the poor. Mahatma Gandhi called him Christ's faithful apostle from his initial CFA. In turn, Andrews was one of the few of Gandhi's contemporaries to address him with his first name Mohan. Andrews spent several years in Rabindranath Tagore's ashram at Shantiniketan as a member of the teaching staff. Andrews once expressed his relationship with Tagore in these terms. Personally, I have never in my whole life met anyone so completely satisfying the needs of friendship and intellectual understanding and spiritual sympathy as Tagore. His very presence always acts as an inspiration. In turn, Tagore expressed his relationship with Andrews in these terms. I count such Englishmen as Andrews not only as my personal and intimate friends, but as friends of the whole human race. To have known them has been to me a treasured privilege. Had I not met them, not even the faintest hope would mitigate my despair with regard to the Western nations. I am going to read out a few paragraphs from his book, What I Owe to Christ, which in my estimate is one of the greatest classics of Christian literature. Here Andrews is sketching his relationships with Sushil Rudra, the first Indian Christian principal of St. Stephen's, Zakaullah, a Muslim scholar, and a Sikh gentleman. Soon after I came to Delhi, our friendship was put to a severe test. The college principal, who was an English missionary, resigned, and according to the general custom of those times, another English missionary would take his place. Sushil wished me to take the office, but it seemed entirely unfair that he himself, after more than 20 years as vice principal, should again be superseded by an Englishman in his own country. So I spoke out very strongly against such an injustice, and also did everything possible to obtain his appointment. In the end, though with much misgiving among the older members of the mission, this was accomplished. It was an intense joy to me to be able to serve under him. There were others in Delhi who brought to me the same vision of Christ, even as Sushil Rudra did. One especially, Munshi Zakaullah, an old saintly Musalman, came closest to me in heart affection. He used to call me his own son and treat me as such. At one period, he wished me to visit him every day in his own home, and he looked forward to these visits with as great an eagerness as I did. Again, there was a Sikh Sardar, the president of the Regency Council of Patiala, whom I learned to revere for his goodness in a similar manner. Whenever I went to see him, we spoke together about the deeper things of religion, not in any spirit of controversy, but as lovers of God. On this account, he often wished to have me by his side whenever I could pay him a brief visit, and this led to a very close friendship. He gave me some books of his own, printed in Urdu, concerning the things of God. Both these old religious devotees have long ago passed to their rest, but their vivid memory remains with me, And I can even now picture their faces as I write down these words.